here I am. This is the second day of insanity, and I will say it was brutal. It was very difficult for me to do. I purposely relocated my mirror so that I can watch my form and just kind of motivate myself as I was doing the workout. I've watched and listened to reviews, several different ones, and you know, there's a lot of people who have had excellent results, and some bigger than I am and have, you know, come a long way in the 60 days and have moved on to the next challenge with Sean T. He is a motivator, so that I appreciate about him. I used to do hip-hop abs years ago, but you know, like anything else that I've done, nothing stays consistent. So with insanity, I must say that it is really about mental control. You really have to stay mentally in check, because if you do not, you will not be able to finish the video. I will say that I broke down. I started crying because it wasn't that I was crying because I was being a big baby. I was crying because, number one, it was difficult. Number two, I was proud of myself, and I have to give myself, we all have to give ourselves those types of props. Number three, I was crying because it's because of me that I'm in the situation that I am, watching my body, this big body, move around in the mirror and seeing all that fat jiggle. It's like an embarrassment to myself. There's a part of me that just wanted to just run back and hide the way that I would normally do, and that's how I got the size I am right now. Right now, I am fitting an 18. I am 5'9". I am beginning this challenge at 253.4, I want to say. I have an image of what I want to look like. I have an ideal body type that I know is feasible for me. I have a long way to go. I have about 100 pounds to lose. So I have a long way to go. I really do. And I know it's going to take prayer. It's going to take meditation. It's going to take diet. It's going to take motivation. I have to seriously shake off people that are not going to benefit this journey that I'm on. You know, I have so many people with all their different ideals, here this, here that, here that. I can't do this for nobody else anymore. I have to do it for me. It's hard. It is about mental control. You really have to be able to have that mental willpower and determination to be able to push through with this, because if you don't, then you're going to go back and do the same thing that you was doing to get yourself in the situation that you're in right now. And you know, for me, for a while now, you know, if I don't put on my makeup and do my hair and, you know, put on this and that, I avoid mirrors. Didn't used to, but now I do. I avoid mirrors. I wouldn't be caught dead recording myself for no YouTube, you know. But over these past years, I want to say, ultimately, I married my second husband in 2010, March 2010, and at the time when I met him, I was in nursing school. I had 2 semesters left, and I was doing good. It was just me and my kids. I wasn't in no serious relationship. I was dating, but not nothing serious, nothing that was messing with my mind and my mental. I was focused. But then when I met him, you know, something just changed in me, and I started becoming a different person. I started becoming a caterer and a pleaser to him. And during the 6 years that I was with him, I found myself, I lost myself in him. I lost myself in marriage and family and working and this and that. And then I found myself chasing him, chasing after him, trying to see what he was doing. No trust, you know, having, you know, catching on with females in his phone, chat pages, this and that, that and this. It was ridiculous. I didn't even recognize myself anymore. But I stayed with him, you know. What was I saying? But yeah, I just lost myself in that marriage, and it was 2016, in August. Something just told me to check his phone, and I did, and I found that he had been on another, some site or whatever, and talking to various women, claiming he was single, wasn't married, but now he loved them, blah, 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 blah. And it was at that point that I decided that I was no longer willing to try. I lost the hope of making the marriage work. I lost the willpower of trying to make the marriage work. My prayers changed from God saving my marriage to God just working at His will and helping me to be free. I couldn't deal with it anymore. And I did not tell him to leave, but after I told him how I felt, he basically decided to leave. And he has another person pregnant and has a baby due in June, I think. And you know, even after he left, things didn't just snap into place for me. It was not really until recently that I stopped sabotaging my own future, my health, my body, everything, because I started realizing that everything that I was taking in was damaging me from the inside out. And I was getting, instead of me getting getting smaller, I was getting bigger. My skin was getting worse. My self-esteem was getting, from where it was already damaged, I had about that much left to go. It was going down even further. But the difference now is that I could no longer blame him for the things that, you know, I was experiencing, things. He wasn't here anymore. Yeah, my heart was still affected by, you know, hearing about the things he was doing, you know, but he wasn't physically here. And so there was nobody that I was watching destroy me or whatever. The power was gone. But instead of me snapping out of it and just immediately starting this, you know, workout regimen, just, you know, wash that man out of my hair and just keep it moving. It wasn't that simple. It was difficult. I was going through a heartbreak. I was an emotional wreck. My finances were jacked up. He left me in a jacked up situation. And that's another video. I don't feel like going into all that. But, you know, it was difficult. It was. And it wasn't until a couple months ago that I was like, you know what, Derica, you need to start taking care of yourself for you. You need to start worshiping for you. You need to start thinking for you. You need to start doing for you. And it was at that point that I decided that it was time for me to start being a little bit more selfish about myself. Because I have five children. And although, you know, they're not babies, they're teens, they still depend on me, and they still want their mama around. And, you know, after losing, you know, a cousin who left 2 children behind to cancer, you know, that was just a wake-up call for me. And I just can't live my life like that no more. And so, you know, I just pray to God that I don't have to deal with that, because so many people close to me, you know, have had to deal with that. Some have won and some have not won. And, you know, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I have faith. However, if that's not my journey, I don't want to go on that journey. I can't even deny it. I don't want that. I don't want that pill to swallow. I don't want that burden. I don't want that. You know, and then I'm at risk for diabetes. I pray to God I don't have it. I have a nurse coming here on Monday to check my blood sugar and stuff so I can get some life insurance. I'm about to get this IRA, this Roth IRA going. I'm telling you, it's a complete overhaul. I'm trying to secure myself, my children, and my future. But you know, anyways, it just came to the point where I said, you know what, you're over halfway. You're over halfway to 300 pounds. There's no faking. There's no, oh, you're not that fat. Oh, you're not that bad. There's people bigger than you. You know, it's going to be hard for you to do it because you're almost 40. You know, you ain't worried about no man, so who you trying to impress? Well, you know, those are that people, but then you have those who, you know, you're going to lose that weight, you got to get it off quick. We're going to do this, we're going to have this miracle pill, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Been there, done that. That's why I'm sitting here right now, because that weight came on double time. And I don't want that no more. And I can't deny I've been tempted to go down that road again just so I can get a quick visual fix. But I've decided this time I am going to, and it may sound weird, I decided this time I was going to suffer through it. I did this to myself. I need to suffer through it. It's going to be a battle, but I know as long as I keep God first, I can do it. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for me following God and desiring to have a relationship with Him, I wouldn't be able to do this. I don't know that I had the mental capacity to do it without His help. All my strength comes from God. All of it. You know, doing daycare and chasing after these children all day long, love them to pieces, but they will wear you out. You know? And so I be tired, and I just want to come back here and relax and meditate and unwind. And instead I'm coming back here and I'm getting my workout on. Make sure everybody's straight, everybody's changed, everybody's snacked, ready to go. All they doing is up there playing and chilling. But this is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my journey. And tomorrow is day 3. And, you know, I think the easiest way, if I had any type of advice on how to get through it, I'd say instead of looking at it as something that you have to do, look at it as something that you want to do, something that you can do, something that you will do. Yeah, you have to do it if you decide you want to change your life, but you know, you don't have to do it. There's other things you can do. You know, I have an elliptical right over there. You know, I have weights right over there. But that's not what I want to do, you know. And this right here is a challenge for me. And, you know, there's a song, William Murphy, in order to change, you got to go through some changes. And this is taking me through some changes. But you know what? Even though it's titled Insanity, yeah, you'll lose your mind. And I'm talking this after 2 days. But I'm going to tell you what, I really, really feel this journey is going to change my life forever. And I am going to appreciate the work that I put in to get to where I'm going to be at the end of this challenge. And there will be no more looking back. I'm going to keep moving forward, like the song says. I'm not going back. I'm going forward. I can't expect immediate results. I can't expect to fit, you know, into a size 14 right away. I can't expect to do that, you know. So I'm going to keep challenging myself, and I'm going to keep rewarding myself. But instead of me rewarding myself with a burger or, you know, some pizza, I'm going to start rewarding myself with something like, you know, maybe getting my nails done, getting a pedicure, you know, maybe getting a pair of shoes. I love flip-flops and stuff. You know, getting a new workout outfit. Things like that, instead of always having to be food. I'm tired of food ruling me. And so I need to get to the point where I can do something different to reward myself. And I think that we all should get to that point where we are rewarding ourselves in a different way besides food. So anyways, like this, this is, see it right here. I got this off of Amazon. It came with 2 lids. It's like a hydro flask. It's stainless steel on the inside. It keeps drinks cold for 24 hours, and it keeps hot liquids hot for 8 hours. And when I tell you it's the truth, it's the truth. I had a water bottle, and that thing was warm. It was like drinking piss. But this right here, straight up cold ice lemon water. Delicious. It was such a refresher for me, because I'm telling you, I don't have asthma. I'm a big girl right now, but I felt like I was gonna need to take a puff from my son's inhaler. I'm so serious. I was like feeling that way, you know. I felt like I was wheezing. I think I probably was, to be honest with you. It takes a lot of effort to move all this big old body, you know. So anyways, this is the truth. Need one of these. I have another water bottle that has one of those things you stick up, you freeze, but that's just a hassle. I'd rather pop some ice, some water, some lemon in here and keep it moving. Also, one of the things that I did get to kind of supplement is this BCAAs, and this is basically glutamine and joint support, and it has a hydration complex, so it helps keep you hydrated. It says here it features sustainamine, sustamine, a combination of amino acids, alanine, glutamine, to help your body rehydrate, replenish, and recover. It promotes growth, protein synthesis, performance, and strength. Promotes joint support and enhanced recovery. And the flavor is candy watermelon. And here is the supplemental facts. If you can see that. I don't know if this shows backwards or not. I gotta figure that out if I'm gonna be recording videos. So anyways, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll work on that. So anyways, you just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of water, and you drink before, during, and after training. And so I can say that it helps me to stay hydrated. I also have carboline, which gives me like an instant shot of energy, and it's that good carb. So it's not like the carbs you would get from donuts or cake or something like that. It's that good carb, and it's carboline. I didn't take any today because I've already eaten a lot of carbs, good carbs. I've already eaten a lot of carbs today, and I'm on MyFitnessPal, so I didn't want to drink that many carbs down. I drink a lot of water. Only thing I really drink besides water is almond milk, and that's when I have it in my oatmeal unsweetened. And I also will have coffee. I have coffee every morning. So that's that. And then I also bought these bands here, and I'm about to take these off anyways because they are soaked. I can feel them. And these are called Sweet Sweat, and oh my god, like, I wish I had showed you before it started cooling down. I don't know if you can even see the water on here. But yeah, you can see it. Anyways, please believe me. These things right here are what's up. I am seriously wet, soaked. Can you see the water? Yes. See that? See all that shining in? That's all sweat. Sweet old sweat. Along with that, they gave me a sample of this cream that also gets you boosted up, warmed up, and improves your circulation and whatnot. So yeah. And then I also have a stomach one. I'm going to take that off and show y'all. See that? That thing is soaked, and so is my belly. Woo-wee. I ain't gonna show you my belly yet, but I will sometime. But yes, definitely worth it. So anyways, it was a good workout. One thing I was kind of leery about, and I always seem to have a problem with too, is working out on my time. We'll call it time of the month, because I have heavy ones. Hopefully they'll change when I get smaller. A lot of benefits to getting smaller, y'all. But I actually purchased something called the Diva Cup, and it is a cup that goes inside of your JJ, and basically you fold it, you put it in. It's kind of similar to a tampon. Push it back towards your tailbone. Change it every 12 hours. If you feel it ain't in right, take it out, retry again. When you pull that puppy out, kind of twist it, loosen up the suction, and empty the contents in the toilet, wash it off, and pop it back in. It's really simple. I was leery about it because I didn't know if it was going to be a big old bloody mess, and I know this is TMI, but hey, if you don't want to hear it, then don't listen. But really it's not, because all of your menstrual flow is going on the inside of the cup, and so there's nothing on the outside of the cup, and you shouldn't be afraid to, you know, mess with your JJ, because I mean it's yours. So everything's on the inside of the cup, so when you're actually going in there to loosen up the suction, you kind of wiggle a little bit and grab the stem. I'm kind of scared to pull on the stem because I don't want to rip it, because they're not really that cheap. They're like, I can't remember if it was like 12 bucks, 18 bucks, something like that. I don't know. I'll tell you when next time, sometime later on. But anyways, you pull that thing out, you dump the contents in the toilet, and my sink is right here next to the toilet. Look at that jiggly right there. Don't you even worry, that thing going away. I ain't even worried about it. But anyways, you put that thing in the toilet and wash it. I mean, not in the toilet, in the sink. Wash it off, pop it back in, and keep it moving. And that has held in place wonderfully during my workout, versus worrying about a tampon leaking on your heavy day or something like that. That is really good. I love it. So that's basically all I think I'm going to talk about in a nutshell. I have a meeting I have to go to at 8 o'clock today. And I have to take a shower, eat me some dinner, and go on to this meeting and get ready for Friday. So, alright, it's been real. Thanks for watching, and I might record tomorrow, I might not. Depends on how I feel. Peace.